And we are live. We are live. Uh-oh. What are you doing over there, babe? All I see is
What's up, everybody?
all I see is her shadow walking through the projector screen. Oh, there we go. There's a lot going on over there. Steven, what's up, buddy?
The usual.
Just the usual?
Yeah.
And Mr. Marvel, what do you got in the works, bro?
Oh, man. Well, I just got done mowing my lawn for the first time this year.
My God, for real?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was looking like a bunch of weeds out there.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a funny story. I get the yard all cut. I get the weed whacker out, start whacking all the weeds. And I go to get my air blower, to go blow the grass off.
Uh-huh.
And it won't start. I'm like, oh man, come on. It's like the last thing.
Oh,
so
Bob in the house.
on spark plug, man. I had to go get a spark plug and was able to get it running and blow all the grass so I could get done.
Excellent.
So you got my luck.
Oh, that was way too loud. Hey, we got 9 likes already. Sorry, guys, I'm pulling up the comment section. Oh, Ray Smith, Wacky RC, Night Train, The Flying Trucker, our Wheezy Mind, Legendary Explorer, Sean Brooks, JLRC Motors, Just Having Fun. There's a ton of people in here already.
Nice.
So, I thought it would be fun to actually stick to the name of what I'm doing here with Drone Tales. I'm sure all of you have a fun drone story you would like to tell. And Bob, you got any fun drone stories you would like to tell there?
Yeah, I almost crashed my Phantom today doing my hashtag mum video for Heath there. It was very windy, but I was to get it out. I had the solo in the air, so I had 2 controllers in hand. My hand landed the solo, and when I tried to land the P3, I was on top of a big, huge ridge, so the down pressure of the wind pushed it right to the ground. I mean, a serious hard landing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Dan, can I ask, why are you so red? What's going on there? Do you got fancy lights?
All right, so if you notice in the background, my projector's on.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
She's actually, this is when you know you find a good woman guy. I'm gonna tilt my yep. Guess who's over there? See her?
I can't see her, Dan.
Can you see her now?
Yeah.
Yeah. There. She's actually playing Acro Sim right now on the wall.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
She's learning to fly while we chizat. So it's putting out a weird hue because I have the projector on. If that makes any sense.
You have a pretty glow about you.
Thanks,
Man,
bro.
your house reminds me of like an arcade, Dan. I would just love to hang out at your house.
It is. I set it up to like my room is my man cave. Like I sleep with my drones. They're next to me. I have a love-passion relationship with my drones, man. They are right next to me. And it's one of those things, man. Once you're connected to the hobby, it's part of your life. So, you
got that
live, sleep, eat hobby. That's what it is.
I got drones on the dining room table. I got drones in the living room floor.
Yeah.
I got drones in the basement.
You sound like me right now.
Oh my gosh. Flying Trucker says we don't have any video right now. Is that true for everybody? Or is that just him?
I got video.
Good on my end.
Yeah. Okay. We are reading the comments here, guys, just so you're aware. I'm just picking things that are important that we're going to discuss here. I was on Captain's live stream. My message kept getting deleted. Oh, no. Mr. Goss, just having fun. There's a bunch of people in here. All right. So, Ryan, you got any fun drone tales for us, man, that you can tell us about your experience with a certain drone?
Well, like when I first got the ProMark GPS, I took it out. I used up 2 of the batteries, and I had the battery adapter to where you can actually use the 2,000-mile blue batteries instead of using, the big stock one. Well, I had that plugged up and was flying, and the battery went dead quick, and it started to do a return home, and I couldn't get the return home to stop. And unfortunately, I started the drone way off in my driveway, and I was off in my field, so it was heading right for my big tree. And I couldn't get it to stop, and it got hung up there, and it was probably about 40, 50 foot up, and couldn't get up there to get it. And it sat out there for about 3 weeks in the rain, the whole works. I finally got it down like a couple of days ago, and it actually still works.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought it would be just a parts run. The funny thing about it is the guy that sent it to me actually sent me another one because of the problem.
Don't you love it when they do that?
Yeah, so now I have 2 ProMark GPSs. So
Now,
yeah,
Eric,
it was quite funny.
I'm afraid to ask you. I have a feeling yours is probably going to be Hubsan related.
Well, you know, the Hubsan is the story everybody knows. So how about I tell you the story that not everybody knows?
Okay.
So you remember the Mavic lookalike toy drone, the AUI?
Yes.
AUI? I don't even know how you say it.
Yeah.
But I used to have one of those, and it was a fun little toy, you know. So I decided one night, it was dark, we were out by a campfire. I decided, you know what, I'm going to fly this thing at night. So I go ahead and send it up. You know, I'm flying around, having a good time, doing some flips. Everybody's all impressed. Wow, you know, look at that drone flipping in the air. Next thing you know, man, the drone just keeps getting further and further. And the wind picks up. And I'm like, come back. You know, I'm trying to make it come back, and it's just not coming back. So now the drone's like drifting away, and I start running after it, literally. I mean, it's probably at least a good 50 feet in the air. And here I am looking like a fool running towards this thing, trying to see where it's going. And the next thing you know, it lands. I swear it landed in this tree in a neighbor's yard. I swear it did. Well, I couldn't see it. I don't know what's going on. So I started looking around their yard at like probably 12 o'clock in the morning. So here we are looking for this drone in this random stranger's yard. Next thing you know, this car pulls up. They're like, hey, man, what are you doing in our yard? I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I said I was flying a toy quad. I didn't want to say drone because I knew if I said drone, it was over.
Oh, yeah.
I said I was flying my toy quad, and the wind got hold of it, and I swear it blew it in your yard. And they go, yeah, we know you're in our yard. We saw you on the cameras. So they tell me, they say, well, if we find it, we'll make sure we give it back to you. Pretty much like, get the heck out of my yard, dude. It's 12 o'clock at night. What are you doing? So yeah, that sucked. But I never did find it, man. We went back, and I even sent other drones out looking for it, and we never found it.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right. I think my worst drone story is also my saddest, because do you guys remember the Cheerson CX-20 when it first came out? It was like really popular because it was open source and everybody wanted the stupid thing because it was like $250. It was cheap. It was the size of a DJI. You know, it was a Mavic or a Phantom lookalike is what it was, but it didn't function anything like a Phantom. It was horrible, horrible. What are you wearing, Bob?
Nothing from the waist down.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to stand up?
Yeah.
No, on my head? Oh, I forgot I got a little head sock on. Okay, hang on.
Hey,
Let me fix my hair.
All right,
There.
so I got this Cheerson CX-20 and I bought it, and I'm like, this is the one where you got to install your own camera on it, you got to install your own VTX, you got to get all the stuff you want. At the time, it was like the Vision Plus 2 where you had to like put all your components on it to get it to do what you wanted it to do. So I ended up installing Mission Planner and putting all this, USB telemetry on my computer, and I had the dongle so I could relay telemetry to the drone. And I just got in this computer, and I had installed Avast on it. Okay, so I had just put this like virus protection program on my computer. Well, I took it out in the middle of a field, and I wasn't around Wi-Fi or anything. and I got it up, and I sent a mission that I had pre-planned earlier to the CX-20, and I sent it up in the air, and it was supposed to be about a 2.5 mile flight, right? So I hit start mission, it takes off, and it goes. And I'm watching it on the map. It's doing its route. It's doing its thing. I'm getting telemetry read. Everything's going gravy. Until Avast apparently takes, I don't know if it commandeered all of the functionality of my CPU at that time. It was like everything else is secondary. It means nothing. And it just took over all of the permissions that the computer was currently doing, and it crapped out Mission Planner right in the middle of the mission. And it just goes, we're going to do a virus check right now, And I was like, oh no. And it just started, and there was no stopping it. There was no terminating it, nothing. So now this bird is confused. It has no idea where it's at. The telemetry is gone. So you can pretty much assume what happened from there.
Yeah.
I didn't end up with a Cheerson CX-20 back. It decided it was toodaloo. So yeah, that was the first big depressive drone that I sent out and didn't come home. And
man, did you happen to see the video where that guy lost? I think it was a Phantom 3 or Phantom 4 in one of his neighbor's yard,
good.
and the kids got a hold of it and started throwing it and playing with it, and the mom told them to take it back. And they hid behind the house and was throwing it, still trying to get it to fly.
Yeah.
And I think everybody will say the same thing if you've ever lost a drone. There's that last little bit of hope that you have. You're like, I'm going to find it, or it's going to come back.
Right.
I sat there looking at the sky, just praying that my Hubsan was coming back. And the desperation, you can hear the desperation in my voice. It's just like, the Hubsan was supposed to come back, but it never came home. I'm going to keep waiting. I'm going to keep waiting. It might come back. And then when you finally realize that you've lost it, you just want to cry. I mean, you're just like, ah.
Oh, well, I mean, I had invested so much into that Cheerson CX-20, the buying price, the telemetry, the dongles, the gimbal, the GoPro I had on it. Like, I just watched like $700 walk off. I was like, due to a antivirus programming taking control of my PC in the middle of functioning permissions. It was like, what happened?
Solo, would the Solo have come home if that would happen when the Solo was in mission?
Absolutely. The Solo would continue its journey whether it was connected to the transmitter or not.
Yeah.
That's something that happened later. Like, that's something that's been introduced later on based on Arducopter, which is what the Cheerson CX-20 ran on, a form of Arducopter, except it wasn't defined like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've really gone over this with Mission Planner, or Tower App. Really, the only thing you really have to stress about running on Tower is that if you do lose GPS, it's not coming home, man.
Yeah.
It's gone.
By chance, you get my email I sent you?
What's that? I did, and I'm gonna tell you that's fake, horribly fake.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, nobody's giving you a 3DR Solo for $19 or best offer.
Yeah, no, I couldn't believe that. It says it's complete, comes with an extra battery. I mean, the whole works, even the gimbal, everything for $20.
Yeah,
eBay.
That's kind of like Dan's Inspire he got.
Oh yeah.
Was it on eBay?
Yeah, the promotional Inspire that everybody got ripped off on. So what really bugged me about that is that they did ship something. So the whole time I'm like, oh my god, they actually sent something, And I was like, I hope it's $20 worth of bracelets, or at least something really cool if they screw me, And then nobody got their item. It all got delivered to the wrong places. So the whole time they leave you hanging while the money processes and goes through, and then they make off like a bandit.
Yeah. Well, that happened with DJI with the Mavics too. There was someone hacked their site, and they were selling Mavics, brand new, ready to go, for $70.
Are you saying Mavic?
Mavic.
Yes. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's got a nice accent, man. That's cool.
Yeah, dude. I never heard it put that way. Maybe. I like that. Okay,
So tell
right.
me if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like Instagram needs to change their name to Insta Scam.
Yeah.
I feel like every advertisement for a drone on there is a scam.
Scam, yeah.
Everyone
Well, that's like the
tells you.
giveaways on there. The giveaways are complete garbage.
Yeah, or they find out that you're a drone channel, so they immediately send you these things like, "Oh, we'd like you to test our drone.
Uh-huh.
You can sign up for these 15 surveys and do all this stuff. We'll send you a
Oh,
free
yeah.
crappy
There's
toy
a
that
couple
doesn't
of them
work."
on YouTube too that get you to their video and get you to say, "Oh yeah, free drone." You know, you gotta just click this link and then you gotta do this whole survey crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's all based on like getting you to go to their links and their whatever. Yeah, sure, they'll give you a $15 drone if you sign up for $10. You know, $10 worth of stuff, $8 worth of stuff, because then they're just gonna keep peppering you with that bull crap. You know.
See, with that $70 deal though, I unfortunately, I was like, "Oh my God!" I jumped on it thinking, you know,
Yeah.
I was new to everything, so I was thinking, "Heck yeah, you damn right, I'm gonna get one of these for $70." Well, come find out, within 2 days it had been canceled, and I got an email stating that their service has gotten hacked.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
unfortunately, I wasn't getting nothing out of the deal, but the company did feel bad about it, so they did send me out a E58.
All right, so old droner wants to know what we're talking about. I believe it was Instagram. He was asking the sites that really like to rip you off.
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook's getting just as bad.
I posted it in the chat. Hey, what's up, Captain Cook?
Yeah, so we got Captain in here.
What's up? What's up, guys?
Yeah, I want everyone to know that I am paying attention to the comments here. If it's not really drone related though, guys, I'm kind of pushing it here aside. But yeah, no, I am reading the comments. Captain, I am sure that you have a fun drone story for us. Would you be willing to tell us a drone story?
It wasn't too funny to me, Dan, but
Yeah.
It usually isn't.
No, it's not.
yeah, the Hubsan H51S.
Uh-oh.
And I was listening to Eric talk about his coming back one day, and you'll go back 2 or 3 days later. Maybe it landed in the yard. Maybe it came home. And I had a flyaway over the Atlantic Ocean, and I was heartbroken. And I checked on it 2 or 3 days later, just seeing if it had landed in the yard. And it didn't.
What? Why were you heartbroken? Your quad just went and joined Amelia Earhart, bro.
Yeah. Well, hey, they'd have an easier chance of finding Amelia Earhart than finding this one.
I
It's
can't buy one.
45
How's
feet
your
of
stomach
water
feeling?
somewhere. But yeah, but I do have a funny one, Dan. It's not a drone. It's RC related.
Okay.
I've got a Red Cat Shockwave Nitro,
Oh, tell us about this, babe. You may want to get in on this. He's got the
and
wow, she's really focused right now.
this is the one that Chris sent me, and I finally got it running right.
Okay.
So, and this thing works for the Crystal. This is an older one, right? So I'm running it wide open. These things will haul ass now. And I'm running it wide open down toward the waterway, and it broke connection with the transmitter. Wide open. And I'm standing there looking at it. So it veers to the right. It hits a giant mud puddle, and then a giant bank of dirt jumps through the air. And my neighbor, she loves her flowers, right? Loves them. She's got this beautiful mum bush there. And that thing flies through the air, and it hits her mum bush, and it knocks every flower off of it.
Oh, dude, no.
I run over there immediately and grab it up like a 5-year-old kid and run back home with it. And I see her later on coming out looking at her mum bush, wondered what had happened. So I thought that was pretty funny. I mean,
Must have been here.
All right. So for everyone who's here right now, I don't know if you read the title of this, but we are going to have Brian here in probably around 40 minutes, a half hour, somewhere around there. He's going to do a Boss Series build on here. I'm going to help him get set up, and he's going to do a Boss Series build. in the opposite room back here, so you guys will get to see how to build a $35 micro quad that functions like all of your brushless birds that cost way more. He's going to build this for $35. It's going to run on a 1-cell battery, but wow. I guarantee you've never seen anything function like this thing. If you guys paid attention to that video I did a while ago with Travis from Not Fast Enough's YouTube channel, he's the guy that designed the Boss Series frames, the Boss Series cameras, the Leica Boss lids, all that stuff. This guy is super impressive with what he does. But and Edron, I see you smiling here, man. Have you considered building a Boss? He says he won't fly anything over those little 3 inches now, 2 or 3 inches. Like he doesn't even want to fly his 5-inch when he flies Boss frames.
Considered it, dude. It's I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
Yeah.
You just tell me where I need to go to buy the stuff, and I'm getting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
$35, man. You can't go wrong. That's everything, right?
Yeah. Build it.
But a transmitter, right?
That's what's that?
That's everything but a transmitter, right?
Right. That's just the build process, and then obviously choose your camera and stuff if you want OSD or whatever you want. But,
yeah, and I've already got transmitters, so yeah, I'm definitely on board with that. But what I want to do right now, real quick, is while it's on my mind, I'd like to have a moment of silence for everybody's lost Hubsan out there that's flown to China. If you could please remove your hats, gentlemen.
Okay.
I'll play tap.
Wow. Did we really take this to taps?
So long, Hubsons.
Wow. Rest in peace. That's funny.
All right, I had to do that, man. Sorry.
Hey, Eric. Hey, the thing is, though, 2 days later, I had another one that looked just like it.
Yeah, but I guarantee you Hubsan didn't send it to you.
No, that's the thing. If I lost that Typhoon H today, within 3 days, there'd be another one. I'm that type of guy. You know, you're not gonna. It's not gonna happen.
Me losing my Hubsan was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me because I got my DJI Phantom 3 standard.
Yeah.
Because of that loss. So
yeah,
take it like that. So
yeah. Yeah, I had my little race quad. I got a video on my channel of my little race quad. When I first got it, I took it out in the backyard and was doing some flying, and something went on. I think it was Wi-Fi interference or something went on out there, and the quad, you can watch the video, the quad goes straight up till you can't see it no more. And then it takes a left and takes off at like 70. I mean, it does like 70-some miles an hour. You know, it was gone in a hurry. I flicked the switch, showed it off, and next thing you know, about a block away, I see it falling out of the sky. So I start heading over that way. I got the GoPro on my head, and I'm trying to figure out where it's at. So I fired the quad back up, you know, and I rev it up. I can hear it revving. I'm like, cool, I can hear it. I'm going to go find it. I get over there, and here this guy on the other side of a privacy fence has my quad in his hand. Luckily, it didn't chop his fingers off when I revved it up, you know. And so I says, hey, man, I'm real sorry about that, you know. And he was really cool. I said, I just got done getting some programming into this thing, getting it flying. And, well, you better go back to the drawing board, brother. And his old lady came on, and she was bitching, man. I mean, it knocked over a lawn chair, and they were out in the backyard. Thank God it didn't hit him in the head or nothing, you know.
Yeah.
It hit him.
What's so funny is almost everybody that I've talked to that's like just getting into the hobby, they'll go out and they'll buy, you know, a toy quad that has absolutely no, you know, GPS, no position hold lock. And they all have the same story. I took it outside and I sent it up and it just went up and away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and I'm like, dude,
you
try flying indoors first.
Yeah.
Hold on, Eric. Let Bob. Bob was still talking actually when you cut him off. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Bob.
Finish, Bob.
No, that's all right. This is no toy quad, though. You know, look it up. It's my DMR 180X. I mean, it's a good fast quad. You know.
Right.
And then if you look, my second real attempt at flying this thing, I thought, I got a video of this one too. I thought, well, this is cool, man. I got it in acro. I'm going to shoot up over top of the house. I'm going to go straight up in the air. I'm gonna do a flip. I'm gonna dive right back down the house. Well, you look, I do a half-ass flip, and it dives right back in the house, but it don't stop. It goes bam right to the roof of the house. I mean, just slams in the house, and I go around the other side of the house because I'm out back. My neighbor comes over and says, "Hey, Bob, you're gonna mess up your roof, man, if you keep doing that." Nothing happened to the quad. It didn't break a prop. It didn't break nothing. It didn't break anything. But I got
Have you
videos
ever
of
lost
both.
the quad, Bob? Like lost one?
No. No,
Good
not
for
happening.
you. Good for you, man.
That's why
I
my
wish I could
husband-
say the same.
Yeah.
That's why my Hubson sits in a case, man, so I don't lose one.
Hey,
Luckily, I haven't either. I haven't lost not one. I've come close to it. My see my X8. It took off across the tree line and went like probably about 500, 600 feet away and landed in my neighbor down the street. Landed in his cow pasture, and luckily it didn't have a cow patty either.
Yeah, or the cows didn't step on it.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, Cap, how's your stomach doing today?
He's got a bunch of stuff coming he's got to eat.
Is his Captain? Can you hear us right now?
You're real robot. Everybody is.
Uh-oh. You may want to drop out and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
All right, man.
So I had to ask him that from last week. I can't believe that. Oh, God.
So you heard about what happened to the rodeo, correct, guys? Were you paying attention to that?
No, what happened?
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, I think knows. So I installed a 200 milliwatt 3-in-1 camera on the rodeo to replace the camera that was there, and I actually plugged into the actual connection port on the Rodeo 110, and I just used the old camera connection. But as soon as I cranked it up, I don't know if it was just taking too much juice to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And it was crapping out the flight controller. But it was just heavily acting super strange. It just kept resetting. So anyways, I pushed the reset button, and after I did that, it seemed to work fine. So I brought it out the next day. I charged up all the batteries, took it out to the field, and I was getting ready to record. My first flight, I was just going to get used to things. And my second flight, I was going to do my acro recording, right, for DVR. And, man, tell me how like a minute and a half into the flight, it went absolutely bonkers and shot straight up in the sky. I had absolutely no control over it. It just kept going up. And, I mean, it was pushing hard to go up. I was probably at like 1,200 feet, I want to say, before I lost camera FPV reception. And I mean, I just kept watching the ground get smaller and smaller and smaller. So I assume it runs on 2S for 6.5 minutes. Let's level that time down to 4.5 because it was given at full throttle. Let's say it might have gone up like 3,000 feet, 3,500 feet before it crapped out and came back to Earth. I don't know where it's at, man. It's gone. That sucker is gone.
What do you know? What voltage the camera required?
Well, it'll handle 3.7 all the way up to I think like 9.5, maybe 10 volts tops. I want to say 9.5. So it shouldn't have overrid it because I was only running on 7.4. So unless it had something to do with the camera connection itself, like it needed to be grounded or something like that, I have no idea. You know, but I did have black and red hooked up to the other power source. The only other wire coming off there would have been video feed for the old camera, which was unnecessary because I was running it as a standalone system.
Yeah, but that camera shouldn't have anything to do with the flight controller and controlling the way it flies. It sounds like you lost your bind with your transmitter and it picked up something else.
Well, remember though, when I first got it back up and running and I plugged it in, I said it was tripping out. It was like resetting, starting, stopping, reset, wouldn't listen to the transmitter, would listen to the transmitter. Like it was just freaking out. It was like powering on and off by itself. It was just tweaking. So I don't know, man. Maybe that, it was already a 4-year-old race drone. I got it used. Maybe it was just at the end of its life. I have no idea. I would think that Betaflight should have fail-safe when it disconnected from the transmitter. So if it was that confused, that bird had a lot of problems. Yeah,
especially if you had it set to drop.
Right. Well, and that's what we were talking about. I'm pretty sure Andrew set it up to drop once it lost connection. So to just keep shooting straight up in the air was like, whoa. So I don't know. That's gone. But I will tell you what I just bought. I don't know if you'll have any appreciation for this e-drone, but I bought the Mantis 85 because apparently it's nasty little brushless quad with OSD.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Andy RC did a review on that one. Yeah, the Mantis.
Yeah, it's that and Frequent Flyer says it's his favorite little micro that he's ever flown. So he just keeps flying it, and it was $100, man. I already had a FlySky transmitter. Figured
Nice.
you get everything. It runs on 2S and 3S.
Nice.
It's a super aggressive little quad. So
Give me
Hey,
1
Cap,
second, guys.
Cap, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, how's your stomach doing today?
Say again. Let me turn this up where I can hear it. Wait.
How's your stomach doing today?
Wonderful, wonderful. I love them eggs, man. I wish I had another dozen.
I think you ought to make some egg salad sandwiches out of them things.
Yeah. No, they were nasty as shit. Now I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you did a video. You sat there and ate one intentionally. It wasn't even live. You just sat there on your own and did a video and ate one.
Yeah, I didn't want
It was live last week.
I didn't want people to have to search through the live stream to find it, so I just, put it out there.
Oh, okay, well, Captain, I got to ask you, what are you eating on our live stream tonight?
I don't have anything.
You didn't get any
I
of those
got
candy?
chocolate. Huh?
And sticking with the whole drone theme, Dan, I think that captains should only be able to eat things that fly.
Yeah. Where's that water bug? Can we do that again?
Oh, no.
That thing
Yeah,
flies.
no, it's not.
We don't do that water
Nope.
bug no more.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I eat a lot, man, but I'm not eating another one of those. I'll tell you that.
Oh Lord.
I've got it. I've got it. It's right here, baby. It's right there.
Oh come on, man. Do it for team.
Oh, you couldn't get
no eat.
Cap to eat that again. I promise you. You know how many people?
Speaking of, when you're talking about your Mantis, Dan, I actually am looking to get a quad in the 90 to 100 size. So I definitely see the appeal. Something you can fly, indoors and outdoors. It's small enough to go through nice, gaps and stuff.
It's also extremely fast on 11.1. I mean, it is an absolute screamer on 3S.
That's so light.
Right. Well, that and it's got like 9,000 kV motors. So yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. It's just a whole lot of bird for in a package that big. It's just redonkulous. So if you haven't thought about it, the only thing is it's got 6 amp ESCs. Everybody was all worried about it, but everybody that bought it apparently said it was just fantastic. I've heard like really no bad reviews about it. It's something you can fly that has extremely fast PIDs if you want to set them. Like you just watch Frequent Flyers running on 3S. It's insanity, bro. It's very fast. So,
but first, I want to get down with the $35 ball build, man.
Yes.
I want to get that first.
That is coming up with Brian, and hopefully he'll be here soon. I know he didn't want to get started till 9:30, but I'm like, man, that's a really long stream to go until that time. But we'll give him a chance here. Let's hope he gets here. He put out a blast on the FPV forums today, so I assume we're going to end up with more people. By the way, guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, please do it. We need it. We need the love. I don't know how many people. I can't even tell. It's not updating to tell me how many people have, but please don't forget.
I hit it before the video even started.
And so let's do everybody do a channel shout out so everybody knows who to go to from here. So Bob, you're still looking for subs, correct?
Yeah, or I could do that Steven thing where we just get rid of them all.
You're going the other way.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that too. Yeah, no, I'm just over 300 now. And if you like a little bit of drone stuff and everything thrown in there, my bike trip traveling and whatever, that's what I got on mine. So I appreciate
And your
it.
channel name is
Bob Biker 46.
Bob Biker 46. Captain, why don't you give yourself a big shout out so everybody knows who you are, even though probably the majority of the people here already know you.
All right, Captain Cook, CAPTCOOK, all in capital letters. Fly drones, eat nasty shit. Also co-host the Drone Network on Friday nights on my channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. have special guests and have giveaways. Join us tomorrow night. We've got a special giveaway. Can't mention what it is or who's giving it away, but lately we've got into sponsoring giveaways from different people.
Nice.
And that's working out pretty good. That's working out really good. And we've got a special one tomorrow night. So join tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Captain Cook on my channel with MD95 TSI and Crystal Justice. We have a real good time.
Heck yeah. Drone Network, Captain Cook. I'm with it. Eric, you want to have a go, man? Then we'll get back into what we normally do after we talk with Ryan.
Yep, I'm Eric. My YouTube channel is eDrone, just like on the hat there. I do race drones, camera drones. I used to do toy drones, so I lost it. I got to get another toy though, man. I got my Tiny 6, little tiny whoop. I got to get back into whooping, man. I've been slacking. But yeah, I got playlists. Check them out. Race drone build. It'll show you, how to build a race drone from start to finish, programming, all that stuff. Check out my playlists. I do giveaways ever so often. I try to do, as many giveaways as I can. And just show love for all these guys out here, man. The drone community is a awesome community. When we pull together, great things happen.
Heck yeah. Yeah, James Loyal, this is definitely live. James popped in thinking this was just a video, didn't realize it was a live stream. So, yeah, yes, definitely live. Ryan, want to give yourself a shout out there, brother?
My name's Ron Knights, and I run channel Extreme Vision Reviews. I pretty much do drone reviews, some car parts. It's been a little slow on the car parts right now until, weather started to pick back up. So I'll start be getting into that here pretty soon. Starting May 1st to the 31st for that whole month, we will be doing a Warrior Drone giveaway. That's mainly for anybody that's an active military or veteran. So if anybody is, like, subscribe, share the channel, and when you're done, put your name, put your comment, and comment what branch of service you were in or are in. And at June 1st, I will do a random name generator and get your name, and you can win this right here.
Nice.
ProMark Warrior Drone.
Warrior Drone.
Brand new in the box. I did take it out of the box and make sure it was completely legit, that everything was in it. Unfortunately, they don't come with a charger, which I don't understand. So I am throwing the charger in. Also throwing in a set of the ProMark VR goggles that come with the GPS ProMark. So that way you can do FPV if you want to. That's the type that you put your phone into. So definitely check it out. And we should be giving it away June 1st.
Well, you got a bunch of people going, hoorah!
Now there's hoorah and there's oorah. Now,
Hoorah! Hoorah! Yeah.
Hoorah!
There we go. Yeah. So let's do this. I know that eDrone stays up in the drone world pretty closely. We lost Steven. I don't know where the heck he went. Hopefully he comes back at some point because I know he would want to get in on this. Old Droner says if you can type something, anyone that's on the panel, even though I assume it was more probably aimed at Ryan than anybody else.
Yeah.
But Ryan, if you can access the live stream, just type something like we did last time, so they can, lube up your channel, show you some support. With that being said, Big Falcor, what's up? With that being said, what have you heard, eDrone, about the Autel Evo?
Well, it's not good from what I've heard, guys. I have heard that Autel has released their new updated website with their new upcoming products, and the Autel Evo is not on the website.
Yeah.
So the problem with Autel and the Evo is they released the idea of it way too soon.
Concept.
Way too soon.
Yep.
And people are pissed.
To say the least. There were people, my understanding is that they not only did that, but didn't they, some companies start taking money for it ahead of time, like pre-sales?
Yeah.
And
a lot of companies did.
Yeah, a lot of companies like pushed out for pre-sales, and now they're having to return all that money to these people. It's really ridiculous situation, honestly. It's kind of like the Vitus. I think they're talking about releasing the Vitus 2, and the Vitus 1 was horrible. It did really bad. I can't even wait for the Vitus 2 to come out to see those funny-ass reviews that are coming with that. I don't know, man. These companies seem to really be having a go at it, but they're just not succeeding anymore. Autel hasn't put out anything good since the Autel XR Premium, and that by the end of its run was not doing so hot either. Like, a bunch of people were super excited for that, and then that thing just kind of went same way.
The problem is, they build a fine drone. No problem with the build. It's the software side of things.
Right. Absolutely.
The software side of things, it's one thing is to build one drone and have some software and have it do some things in a cage and it looks great. It's another thing to mass produce a drone with software that's going to do what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. They have all these bugs and all these errors that they can't get figured out, and they can't release it with these bugs because it's going to ruin the company if they do.
Absolutely.
So they're still working and they're taking so long to get the software side of things fixed that people are like, screw it. DJI has come out with like 2 drones since then.
Yeah.
Other companies are trying to come out with new things. You got that, what's that weird looking thing?
Skydio R1.
You got the Skydio. You got the one where the arms slide out straight. I can't remember what the name of it is, but
I'm not going to lie. That Skydio R1 is amazing. I don't care what anybody says. If you are a sports person, you do recreational sports for fun, for hobby, for whatever, or you're a professional, that is the most advanced follow me platform I have ever seen. You should see some of the tests these people are doing. They're putting it in circle me mode, and they're running through the woods. And
did you see flight test video on that, Dan? That was insane. You guys got to check that out.
Absolute insanity. If you have not checked out that video, go to flight test and just see their test, their initial test, getting out of the box. These guys were booking it through the trees in circle me mode, and it would avoid all the trees, get ahead of them, still come through. It's
trying to crash it on purpose. Right. They were trying
everything they could to try to get it to smash into a tree. So I don't care what anybody says. Yes, the price point is like a little outrageous. Now, wait till it comes down a little bit. But if you are someone who does like motocross, ATV, any of those things, that could be exactly what you're looking for. Skiing, snowboarding, surfing, whatever. This thing's capabilities are ridiculous.
That'd be great for autocross too.
Anything that has to do with recreational activities outside where you don't want to have to focus on it. You know that no matter what you do, it's going to avoid trees, obstacles, and still do its job. You never want to put the bird up and have to worry about it in follow me mode.
Yeah.
This thing's going to do what it does. It's absolute insanity. So, hey, we got Greg in the house.
Makes you wonder on that, how it keeps satellites in the trees and all this crap that's going through.
What's that?
Makes you wonder how it would keep satellites. Like solo. If you fly solo under a tree, you're going to lose your satellites.
Okay, actually, Skydio R1 doesn't have to rely on satellites to fly.
All cameras.
It's all cameras. It is, it is craziness how good it is. Like, that's just absolutely craziness. I get excited for it just talking about it, because I've never seen anything this good. It is, the autonomous ability of this drone is absolutely incredible.
Is it a satellite quad as well, though?
It can, yes, absolutely.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I haven't really looked at it, so I guess I'm gonna have to do a little research.
To advance its capabilities, it doesn't have to rely on GPS.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
yeah, it's amazing. I think what it's got like 12 cameras on it, right? 13 cameras. 12
Yeah,
on the
it's got
outside and
cameras
one-
360 degrees
Right.
around it. It's you know, the thing about it is that the price point is way too high for a consumer based level.
Oh, absolutely.
It's way too high. It doesn't have a transmitter. You still have to use your phone.
Phone. Yep.
You know, I mean, the technology is amazing, and the way the technology is going to open up new doors and new windows for other companies, hence DJI. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be wanting to license that technology. It's going to be implemented in these new drones, and it's going to be awesome, amazing. Visioning positioning sensors. Visioning positioning sensors are a thing of the past, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be right back. Entertain them for a sec. I got to fix this other PC real quick.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, visioning positioning sensors are going to be a thing of the past. You know, these new cameras are going to be. I mean, this is state of the art. The drone knows exactly where it is, what's around it. It 3D maps the whole area.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the
think
video
camera-
position. I mean, yeah, it's old technology now. I mean, even the old Spider,
But the
the
parrot,
old Parrot Spider. I mean,
Yeah.
and, you know, they're well known for that. But yeah, that's the thing of the past. It really is.
I seen
And the technology. Go ahead, Bob.
I seen the Tello at Wally World today when I went in there. I just wanted to stomp it.
Yeah, you know, the thing you know, if the Tello came with a controller, I think I would be more apt to buy it. But I really don't like to buy a drone that doesn't come with a controller. I feel like I shouldn't have to use my phone,
No.
you know, to fly the thing.
I don't like the phone. We got the Ghost, and that's a phone thing. I don't like it.
That's
Yeah.
the thing about it. If that Ghost, Bob, if that came with a damn transmitter, oh my God, that'd be outstanding.
Yeah.
I can't understand to fly with something you don't have that feeling with. You know,
I tried to
come
find-
in, look down. You know.
No, I ain't doing that. I tried to bind it to the transmitters I have, but I'm gonna probably try and put another transmitter on board on that thing and run it with one of my other transmitters. I got an i6 and then I got my Turnigy, so I can run that bird with it.
now aren't you supposed to be able to use like any type of gaming controller with that as well, like a PS4 or Xbox controller?
Yeah, you can use controllers. The only problem with them is you got latency.
Yeah.
You know, because now you're having to use Bluetooth. The Bluetooth has to talk to your phone, and then your phone talks to the drone. So it's, you know, you're going to have that super high latency.
Yeah, you're gonna add another problem.
I mean, I just don't understand when you have 2.4 gigahertz. It's a very cheap technology. It doesn't even cost that much.
Yeah.
Why they can't implement 2.4 gigahertz?
Oh, you're supposed to be able to bind it to, I think it's the i6. They had a kit they sold that come out for that.
Mhm.
It come with the transmitter and a controller, and
I'm telling you what, you could take a daggone XM Plus receiver. You could put that in anything. Just take your XM Plus and wire it into that sucker, man. You'll be able to fly that thing out 1,200 meters, no problem.
I'm pretty sure I could put a Turnigy receiver in there and run it with my Turnigy. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do some programming because they got their programming is non-changeable. You know, it's not open.
Yeah. So, Bob, I got to ask you, man, because you do the race drones and stuff, right?
One or two.
Have you tried Butterflight?
No, I don't have nothing new enough to do that with. I'm not going to mess with it till I build a new modern.
Now, when you say we run an F3 flight controller?
Yeah.
I do know. I mean, I'm not saying that you should do it, but I do know that they are working. They do have it able to work with F3, some F3 flight controllers.
Yeah, I got a Moto Labs Cyclone in the 180. The longing, I could probably run it in the longing. if I
I've
could figure
never
out how to get-
seen. You know, I've run Betaflight forever. I mean, I've run Betaflight in my Tiny Whoop. I've run Betaflight in the Martian. I run Betaflight on my Wizard X220, and I've never had a firmware that made my drone feel like I had complete control than I did with this Butterflight, man. It's awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and Eric, it did look good. I could tell, and I mentioned I come in your video. I mean, I could tell the smoothness, you know, just from that flight. It looked good, man. It looked really good.
I mean, it's like you have. I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to be brave enough to say it. Imagine flying your race drone like it was a camera quad. That's Butterfly.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
It's crazy, man. It's insane. But Bob, if you ever get a chance in your new build, definitely try to butter her up, man. I think you'd like it.
Yeah,
Night
I
Train
gotta have one at
FPV
least.
said he loves the Butterflight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be flying very for too long with them guys there.
And Night Train, yes, that's stock Butterflight. I didn't change anything. I didn't change PIDs. I didn't change filtering. It's all stock.
Okay, quick. Oh, my bad. Did I cut somebody off, Bob?
No,
Nope.
go ahead.
Okay, Captain.
Yes.
We were considering purchasing the Shockwave. What are your thoughts of quality of this unit?
Now, you talking about the Shockwave Nitro?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what little I've done with it, I love it, man. I love it. It's different, you know, from when you're doing from something that's battery operated,
Mm-hmm.
something that takes fuel and sounds. Man, this thing sounds awesome. You know, like you're driving a weed eater down the road. You know,
How's it holding up? Do you have any performance parts on it yet? Has it been modified?
no, I haven't done anything to it. I think one thing I am going to do, I'm going to change the receiver in it
Uh-huh.
and a new transmitter because this thing is kind of outdated and uses a crystal.
Uh-huh.
And so you have problems with it disconnecting from the transmitter. So I've got a Traxxas receiver I'm gonna put in it and a transmitter, and maybe it'll help it because now you know this thing's got like an 8-foot antenna on it, you know, and it will lose. It does, man. It will lose transmission. It'll in a minute. It will. So now I'm like, God knows I can't have that thing shooting down toward the waterway no more. You know, it'll go in the water. And I'll just walk down there behind it and throw the damn transmitter behind it. But I like it. I like it. I do like it. It's the first Nitro I've ever had, and it took me a while to get it running, but I like it.
Okay. So
yeah,
quality of part though, you'd say it's good. How many times have you run it since you got it?
probably 3 times.
Oh, okay. So you really haven't put it under any kind of beating.
And I do have the Shockwave, the battery operated version. I have that too.
Uh-huh.
So it's the same. They're built the same. Everything's the same. This just has a nitro motor. So I have a lot of parts for it. But yeah, I hadn't run it a lot, but I have enjoyed. You know, when I first got that thing fired up, and it's smoking going down the road, that it sounded good. It was nice.
I'm thinking about getting one here. We want to take a buggy. I haven't released the video yet. We're going to do that next week. We took the 1/18 scales down and we bashed them at the actual track.
Yeah.
And let's just say they're a little too small for the track. But boy, when they get a straightaway, they go like a bat out of hell.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was actually
I'd love to get this thing on the track, man. That would be crazy. I'm gonna go down and chew up the baseball fields at the park. They're gonna be pissed when they come back Monday, but you know, I'm gonna chew them up a little bit.
It's $2 for us to use the track.
That's nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Now it's been a while since I've done the whole RC truck scene, but 1/18 scale, that's like the smaller ones, right?
Yes, it is smaller. Yeah, you want to go 1/10, 1/12?
Yeah, I used to have 18th scale right when brushless came out, and I had a 1/18 scale 4-wheel drive truck, and I put a brushless motor in it, you know, LiPo and all that. It was when it first came out, man, I could not keep this thing on the road. I mean, I swear it would go 60 mile an hour. The problem was the gears. The gears just kept stripping and stripping and stripping. And it just couldn't handle it. It just couldn't handle the power. The dog bones and stuff would get chewed up. You know, have they come a long way with improving that stuff, or is that still stuff we're running into now?
I mean, I run 1/18 scale. It's my favorite to run because they're so easy to work on, and the parts are stupid cheap. So you can order like a whole kit for it and have a rebuild kit just sitting on the side for like $50. And then, just replace the parts as you go. It's really easy. A lot of them now have aluminum drive trans, aluminum dog bones, aluminum cups. So they've, you know, it really depends on what you're going to spend. Like the little Dramata brushless truck, believe it or not, I saw that on the RC Sailors like a year ago, and I thought it was a little piece of crap. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been using that thing like crazy, and it's brushless. It's got a 5300 kV brushless in it on a 7.4, and it'll do 34 miles an hour, and it'll take some punishment. I mean, I am savage to that little truck. I attempt to break it every time I go out. I've had that thing for like, what, 5 months now? I finally blew the rear diff on it. And you know how long it's going to take me to change that diff? About 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes. I'll to tear it down, you know, like 30 seconds, put in the new diff, slap it back together. So, I mean,
I got a buddy of mine that does a lot of RC racing, especially with the off-road trucks, and his big thing is the drifting.
Yes.
And he has more in RC vehicles than he does his own car, and his own car is a big-time show car, and it will run down the track. He's got probably about 20 grand invested in just his car. And he said he has at least twice as much invested in his RCs. And I'm like, man, how do you do?
I love the efficiency of the electric trucks, like your brushless motors and all that. I love that. However, there's something about nitro. When you fire that motor up and you see the smoke come out of the exhaust pipe and you hear the rumble of the motor, it's just it's not the same, you know, with the electric. Now I know electric's cheaper. It's way more, you know, you can run, you know, all day long, just keep recharging, and it doesn't cost you hardly anything. But there's something about nitro that I've just always loved. When you fire them up and you hear them running, the smoke comes out the pipe and the thing just takes off. I mean, that to me, I love that part of it. And then the smell of the fumes. Oh man.
The problem is, give me 1 sec, because we got a old droner. Yes, that is the one I was chasing the kids with. And Chaos FPV. I have not found a company to actually produce hats yet. It is very hard. Most of them are band companies. Like the people that do apparel like this are for bands. And if, you know, they're just not interested in making stuff for YouTube channels or anything like that. They just seem to care about band members. And so I'm having a really hard time finding people to produce just a hat that you guys can pick up.
I found a place that does hats, but they're kind of expensive.
That's what I was saying. I'm trying to find something as a package deal for everyone instead of buying a really expensive hat, because these are expensive to have made. I mean, it's they're fitted, they're formed, they're expensive hats.
I remember last time I had a tattoo shop that I was working at, and I had 2 hats made, and it cost me over $70 just for 2 hats.
Yeah. This hat would be like probably close to the $35 range. If not more. Yes, Fish.
Wow, you got yours for that cheap, Dan?
We'll talk about it. Yeah, I know, and that's because I didn't buy. Remember,
I paid like $50 for this, man.
Yeah, these were sent to me. I had mine. Well, you remember, Noble Digger made these, the black one and this one for me. So,
have you considered making decals?
What's that?
Have you considered making decals?
I have, actually. I'm thinking about, you know, it's just the whole thing with me is, look, every time I put out something like, hey, I made some mugs, or hey, I made some t-shirts, or hey, I made a poster, like 2 people purchase, 1 person purchases, it's not worth Teespring's time if not enough people are going to be interested. You know what I mean? So I attempt to make it interesting for you guys. I attempt to do things that I think you're going to do within what they allow me to make. If I
Yeah.
can make hats, which I'm trying to convince them to do, then that's a great thing to do. But
Yeah.
that Teespring doesn't seem to care about whether people have baseball caps or not. So
Well,
I
I just
can-
know decals seem to sell like there's no tomorrow.
yeah, I don't want to charge someone $5 for a sticker. Then I would be Ken Heron.
Yeah, $5 is a little sticker.
So
$5 is
actually
a
is
little sticker.
$10, I think.
Oh wow. Well, I'll tell you what. Get a hold of me later. I got somebody that can do them.
Say that again.
I said, after all this, get a hold of me later. I got somebody that can do them.
Okay.
All the ones that are on
Yeah.
my car are done. I didn't
I
pay a
got-
dime for them.
Okay. What does that say
I
there?
got-
Bob's got something there.
Michigan
Yeah,
Trappers.
that's one of my Michigan trappers. When I got one of my buddies in my group, my trapping buddies, does them stickers for me. Now that's probably about $25 for that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a good size. Say this one here, I think this was like 14. Well, this one, same person did these, but that one was free. Jim, the bait maker guy, gave that to me on the 8th day. There's a $15 one. That's the size of a 15. So all these like I designed, like this one, I drew and designed this for my trapping group
Oh, nice.
with the, so, and then I just send them my design and they print them up. I had some smaller ones made that were probably like a 4x4 you'd put on the bumper of your vehicle or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually them ones we got done and they were like $4 a piece to resell. So
Right.
they weren't too bad. That was 3 colors. They were yellow, silver, and black. If you want more colors, it would be a little bit more.
This hat I got from catbeast.com, and they are kind of expensive, but they do a very good job, and they do have good quality. So if you're interested, at catbeast.com.
Capbeast.com. Okay.
Catbeast.com.
Hey, let's all give a round of applause to the first dislike. We love our disliker people. We like to give them a pat on the back and a thank you.
Yay! There's always going to be one.
All right. We love
Thank
the
you,
controversy.
just like Dick. This is a iron-on. I can iron this on any shirt I want. I had these made so that if we want to make our own shirts, we can do that.
That's cool.
So that's just basic iron-on. And they actually held up. I've got one on a shirt that I put on. It's been on there like 3 years. I mean, in 3 years, it gets a lot of washing.
Yeah.
So it held up.
Old Droner, I am looking for someone to do embroidered hats, but also as a merchandise thing. That way I make a small amount off of each item sold.
Right.
To help
Right.
support the channel. I can't just pay someone to make hats because then I'm not,
Yeah.
It's the idea is to make it so that it's kind of a merchandise value thing, so you're getting something out of it as well as everybody else. Support. It's basically what it's for. Helpful with support, channel support. Ghost Mafia, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I don't know why Teespring really needs to hop on the hats, man. I don't understand why not hats. I mean, why not?
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's really ridiculous that Teespring doesn't. They're like, oh, would you like to make some special embroidered socks? You want people to stare at your feet to know that they're supporting you?
Yes, so many people wear ball caps. It's not even funny.
Or towels. They do towels too. Like, oh, would you like to make a custom towel? Like, yeah, I want people at the beach to know I'm flying drones. Like,
Yeah.
I got
Got my towel swag on. Yeah.
there's Bob. I support drone worship on the bottom of his foot. People are looking there, bro.
Sock, man.
Oh, did you not see the drone personals that we have now? The drone briefs? Yeah.
No, oh
We
yeah.
got drone briefs too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see my DW thong? It's got really small writing on it.
Okay, so I want to say this.
It says right on the crotch, sky's the limit.
Since we
Yeah.
started this stream, right? Since we started this stream, she's been over there in the corner. I'm going to tilt again. See her? She's been over there.
Hi,
in the,
Dan's girlfriend.
Hi.
What's your name again?
she's been in the corner practicing acro. Let me tell you how this has been going, or practicing FPV stabilized flying and LOS. So the other day, I pulled out the micro, And I got the micro out, and I was like, here, honey, play with this. Let's learn how to fly. And because she's only flown the Phantom, which basically flies itself, right?
Mhm.
So she wanted to get into race drones really bad after she saw one at the hobby shop. Okay? Yes. What? You're looking around, Eric, like something's crazy.
Ryan just messaged, said he got kicked out or something of the I just got kicked saying my version is no longer supported, he said.
Wow. Wait, the Ryan that's in here right now?
Yeah, he's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
People that, how come I'm not seeing that message? Oh, you got it as a Google.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just,
Google.
have him restart. If he's listening, just have him restart.
Let me see if I can. I'll try to message him.
Yeah, just tell him to restart and come back. So let me tell you how we almost did in a micro, right? She has found ways to wedge it in places I didn't even know my house had places. Okay, it was pure talent, I promise you, to find those crevices. But she found them, and so I was like, man, we really got to get you on the sim. So tonight she came over here early, and she's been on the sim now for like an hour and 20 minutes. Let me tell you how the progression has gone here. So when I first started her, she was like, babe, I don't know. I can't tell how far I am. I don't know how high I am. She's now cruising the field in stabilized FPV like an absolute boss.
Ryan's back.
She's ready to get in a pair of goggles, and it only took her. So for those of you that say, oh, FPV is too hard, she learned how to fly LOS and stabilized flight in less than an hour and a half, and she's ready for goggles.
Nice.
Wow. Just pay attention to that. It's not as hard as you think. Just put some practice and stick time in, and you can do it.
And I actually think, honestly, I think the sim's harder than real life. Just
And I
putting that
agree.
out there.
I think once she gets in the goggles now, she'll be like, oh, this is so easy. I'm like, I know, right? I try to tell you.
It's getting the concept of acro. You get that from the simulator. That way, when you crash, because you're getting the concept,
Mhm.
you don't destroy your quad that you just purchased or built or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
I think the concept of acro is probably easier for her because she don't already have the bad habits of everything else.
right.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be,
Yeah.
Which is why in about 10 seconds, I'm going to switch her over into acro.
yeah. I mean, she don't have them bad. She ain't flown
Exactly.
camera drones and all that other junk already. Yeah.
Yeah, she's cruising this field like an absolute boss. This is somebody who has never touched a manual drone ever until
A
tonight.
Virgin. All
On
right.
What's her name? What's her name again, Dan?
Robin.
Robin. Okay. Hi, Robin. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep calling you her and.
She said hi. Then she said that's okay. So watch
Yeah.
this.
Hey, at least Dan doesn't do to you what I do to my wife. Fly my whoop in the shower while my wife's showering.
That's it.
You're giving me thoughts, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's like spy cam.
Now we're about to introduce her to my world right now. So give me 1 sec because I'm changing her over to acro and low rates.
Uh-oh.
She's cruising. So now we don't want to teach those bad habits, as you were stating. It is the perfect time. She's got stabilized
Welcome
down.
to the
She's
big
flying
boy
FPV.
league.
Huh? Yes.
Welcome to the big boy league, Robin.
Okay.
Man,
Ready?
yeah, no, I got kicked and was told that my version of Hangouts is no longer available, that I had to upgrade before I could come back in.
Were you on your PC or your phone?
On my phone.
Take it slow. There's no
Oh, you're on your phone?
Yeah, I don't have a computer. But I do,
Yeah.
but it's
I
like
always use my
20
phone
years
too.
old.
I always use my phone too. It's just easier.
Yeah.
The phone,
I
the
was
phone is
running
smoother,
behind.
actually. Phone is a lot easier and smoother.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I was running behind tonight, so I just grabbed the tablet. It made things real
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a computer, but the camera's not that great, so I would probably look kind of grainy, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure the audio's that great.
I figured I got that Heath. I got my Heath video editing right now, or rendering or whatever, and I figured if I got on the computer, well, that was who knows what's going to happen in that video.
Totally different, isn't it?
Oh, they're having too much fun over there.
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Where I'm seeing how this goes right out the hole here. If she can learn to fly like this, she'll be ready for acro tomorrow. Hey, look, she's
And then he crashes.
Next thing you know, Robin's going to be like FPV pilot of like the United States she's gonna be flying in the drone races. And Dan's gonna be like, "See what I've created."
I've made an absolute monster.
Uh-huh. Dude, I can see that happening, Dan. Like she'll end up being like a world-renowned FPV pilot,
I know, right?
and you're gonna be like,
so
"Oh,
fast.
look at what I created."
Dude, she picked it up so fast. Everybody's saying hi, Robin. Hi, Robin. Robin. Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Hey, Robin. Hi, Robin.
Oh,
There was one night Robin come into Discord. She ain't been back since. I don't know what happened in there.
no, it's because I got busy, and she doesn't want to pop in there unless I'm in there.
Yeah,
She
good
brought her
idea,
in.
Robin. Sometimes the people in Discord can be a little rough.
Yeah.
That's lightly there.
Give me the whole bag, baby.
Speaking of FPV and races, if anybody is on the East Coast this weekend, there is going to be a FPV drone race this Saturday at the Harrington, Delaware State Fair. So if anybody's in the Delaware area, Maryland, Virginia, anywhere close, and you want to check that out, it's going to be the race is on Saturday, but they're going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's going to be, some freestyle events going on, some FPV racing, and just talking to some of the guys. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to try to get some footage while I'm out there so I can kind of show you guys what's going on. But if you guys are interested, just want to throw that out there. That is this weekend at the Delaware State Fair.
Saturday.
What's that? You want to Delaware my stare? Huh?
Yeah, Delaware?
Yeah.
Are you meeting Chris out there?
No, actually, me and Chris were supposed to meet up Saturday to go flying here in my hometown, but unfortunately, due to some work things, we had to reschedule for Sunday. So Sunday, we're going to get together and do some flying. The weather is supposed to be great, so we'll have all that footage coming for you this week,
Nice.
probably on both channels. When worlds collide, MD-95 TSI and E-Drone flying together
You better
for the
play that.
first time ever.
You better play that song when you guys fly. Now this is what it's like when worlds collide.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. We're both super excited. Yeah, it's just like two fanboys getting together. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, when I put out my acro video for you guys to see how far I came, it was interesting. It was one of those moments where you remember the first time you figured out stabilized, and you were flying, and all of a sudden you're like, "This is so stupid," and then all of a sudden your fingers got it, and you were like, "Wow, that was easy." I had that moment with acro. I was struggling. I was fighting the controls. I was like, "God, this should be so easy. Why is this so complicated?" And then I moved both sticks at the same time in synchronization, and all of a sudden it was like, "Oh, that's all I had to do? Oh, that was easy." And now it's just I'm out there flipping, working on S loops, and it's just a transitional thing. So the video is kind of funny because it was the first time I actually felt comfortable. Like I flew once, it sucked. I got up the second time, he adjusted the PIDs, and then it was on from there, man. I was having
The problem, and I still have it now with acro, is your brain constantly thinks when you're flipped to the side or upside down, you constantly think, "Oh gosh, I got to get back level. I got to get back level."
right.
And you got to get that out of your mind because even when you're sideways or upside down, you still have complete control.
Yep.
As long as you're up high enough, the drone will stay in its position. It won't.
Absolutely.
It won't come flying down out of the sky and crash. But that's what you think, and that's what I think. When I'm flying and the drone's not level, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I got to hurry up and get level again." You know what I mean?
Now, Bob, you do fly acro, correct?
Line of sight acro. Yes,
Oh
sir.
my God, you're absolutely.
Oh no,
What do you mean
I can't do it.
LOS?
I can't do it.
You're crazy.
I can't do it.
I didn't have goggles. It was the only way I could.
He makes it sound so simple. He's like, "It's the only way I can fly in acro, man. Is LOS." Like nobody flies LOS in acro. You're
Oh,
crazy.
I've seen. Check out the RC Addict. He is sick with that line of sight acro. I can't do it, man. I've tried it, and every time I just devour my drones.
I can only do little crap. I'm not really all that good at it, but that's how I learned. I mean, and then, Chris gave me a set of goggles, and I'm not comfortable with them goggles on my head.
Really?
I'm not comfortable flying.
What kind did he give you?
He gave me the same pair he's got. He had 2 pairs of them. I can't think of the name of them now. Let me grab them really quick. It takes a second.
Are they the Ishin VRD2?
I don't know. I think he's on. I thought he only had the 1 pair of those, but I could be wrong.
I hope they're not the Ishi 007s.
That's fine.
Vision Plus.
What the hell are those?
The Vision Plus.
Yeah, he got 2 pair for like, I don't know, $50 or something. So he ended up, he sent me a pair. I
Now
told
what-
him, no.
Huh.
Now, what don't you like about the goggles, Bob?
You know, I just, when I got them on, I feel like I need to take them off so I can see where my quad is. You know,
Yeah.
I don't, I think it's like spatial disorientation or something. I can't tell
Yeah.
where the heck where the quad is at with the goggles on. But
I
gotta
gotcha.
I gotta keep them on and learn that, you know?
So let me try to give you some pointers. So go to an area where you're very familiar with
Mhm.
landmarks,
Yes.
stuff like that. Okay, that's going to be your first key. Go somewhere that's very familiar.
Right, because you know
Yeah,
the layout.
because-
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'll know the layout of the land. You'll kind of know, oh, hey, the drone's over here by this tree or over by this building or whatever. And then just constantly have to think that when you put those goggles on, like you're in the cockpit. Like the drone is always,
Yeah.
you're looking straight out.
Yeah, I got
Mhm.
that part of it. It's just I guess I've never taken them to a bigger area, and if you look in my videos where I'm flying in my yard, I don't have that much room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you need room.
And I'm trying to do it in a small space, and I think that's where my spatial orientation is going on, because by the time you put some gas, it's already moved and you can't tell where the heck it's at. You know?
Plus your camera angle as well. Make sure your angle is correct to where you can see everything. You like
Yeah.
just starting out, you want to be able to see the ground and like the sky. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be able to just see sky, because
Yeah.
if you do that, you're going to get disoriented.
Yeah. Yeah. And my camera, the Foxeer Monster
So like
V1,
me, I got
pretty wide angle.
Okay. Yeah, wide angle definitely.
so like me acres of lane though.
Yeah, I mean, I got lots of bigger places I could fly, but right here in the yard, you know, I'm right in town. I got to watch. I got power lines, I got telephone poles, there's trees, there's, houses.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the thing that when I first put the goggles on, I'm not going to lie, you kind of feel like you're kind of scared a little bit,
Yeah.
because you don't want to trust it, because it's like, well, I'm not my eyes aren't looking at the drone right now. Yeah, and it's hard to trust. It's hard to trust. You're looking at a screen, and it's hard to trust that.
Yeah, without the goggles, line of sight, I mean, you know how fast a 180 millimeter, that can get out of your line really quick.
Yeah.
You can lose, just if you blink your eye, you got to find that quad again.
Yep.
So that's what I got to really be careful with, and I can't do a whole bunch of extended stuff. I can go up do one flip before you want to lose it,
Yeah. But definitely like I can't remember who was saying it, but definitely go in a nice big wide open area, that someplace if you have like a park or
Yeah, no, I got
somewhere.
that gravel pit that I always fly at. I got that. I know that thing like the back of my hand, because that's one of my trapping grounds as well.
Yeah, so I would just go there, and then just make sure when you first do it, just get up kind of high. Give yourself a little margin of error, because if you're down low and you're flying goggles, you're more likely you're going to crash when you're trying to get the hang of orientation and all that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'd plan it if I was down low. I'd definitely be planning.
And I will say, when I first put the goggles on, it did make me feel a little bit nauseated at first,
Yeah.
and a little bit
I'm good.
dizzy.
I'm good with that. It hasn't done that to me.
It only did it like the first probably like 2 or 3 flights, and then the more I did it, it kind of went away.
So this is what I've been doing. The Longing, the LY250 I got from Steven, and I've been working on, is I'll take that, turn the camera on, I'll put the goggles on and I'll walk around the house. You know, I'll point it and walk everywhere. So that's how I've been trying to work into getting that orientation going with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to help or give me bad habits. I don't know yet.
Well, the thing about line of sight, and that's what I have such a hard time with, is I always lose my orientation when I'm flying line of sight. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm trying to turn right, but I'm going left or whatever. You know, especially if it gets far away, the drone gets far away, you can't see which way it's facing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then that's why, you know, I do all mine right here at the house. I don't get too far away, but I tried some macro with the longing. Each event worked was a plant in the ground. It definitely planted in the ground each time I tried.
Yeah.
I got a couple flips on her. It wasn't very pretty, but it hit the ground afterwards.
Well, it's a good thing they can't take a licking and keep on ticking. They do design these things to be crashed pretty frequently.
Well, that longing, it's more of a quad pod. It's not a race quad thing, but it does have acro. It don't have stabilized, or it don't have altitude hold. It's got stabilized, which it's got horizon, it's got 3D, and it's got acro.
Okay.
I don't know.
Ryan, do you fly acro at all, Ryan, or?
No, I don't have anything really to fly acro, to be honest with you. I mainly stick to the slower stuff and do more of a photography style. I think really the fastest thing I got is actually a Hubsan 107C, to be honest with you. But that's 47 acres of land. That's where I practice, you know, using the goggles and using my ProMark GPS. So that way it's a lot easier to get the hang of it than jumping into something that's super fast and you're trying to, you know, your head's turning with it and you're giving yourself whiplash trying to keep up.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not easy. It's definitely a skill, a learned skill. Yeah. And it's something that you got to put, and I've got a ways to go before I even get remotely near where I want to be with it. But it just takes so much time. You just have to fly and fly and fly and fly some more and crash some more, and it just takes a lot of time. That's why a lot of people get on the simulators because it kind of gives you that stick time that sometimes you can't always get out to the park or wherever to fly, you know?
But
yeah. So that's why I thought about doing something out here because considering we don't have any places that really you can do a lot of drone flying around here. Cause we got Redstone Arsenal, we got a bunch of airports, so you can't. You're limited on where you can fly at. Well, I'm actually in airport space in a small town that's probably on the airport, but I've talked to the owners. They said as long as I'm not doing anything stupid and far as that, hey, they have no issues with it. So I figured since I had land and everything that maybe I could make up a place where if you got a drone, come on out here. You know, I got plenty of land. You know,
and that's the problem seems to be most places. Just having a place to fly. You know, I mean, here I struggle with trying to find a place to fly that's not, you know, populated with people or sporting events or, you know, near an airport or whatever. That seems to be a really big hurdle in the drone community. It's just finding places to fly.
I think some of it, like a lot of the distance regulations, is kind of a little bit far, in my opinion. You know, I think they can narrow it down just a little bit. But, you know, you really can't do much about it. You know, you got too many idiots out there that end up doing something stupid and hit an airplane or a helicopter, like that one that hit that military helicopter. But, you know, it was proven that the helicopter could take a hit from a drone and nobody get injured or the helicopter crash. You know, it didn't cause a lot of damage. You know, it was just mainly the drone was shattered. Now they found, I think, was an arm. It looked like a Phantom 4 arm. but that was all they found. They got lodged in the windshield.
Mm. And I tell you what's really strange too, Dan. Let me know if you kind of found this as well, but it seems like the drone community is kind of split. It's like either you fly, GPS drones, or you're an FPV pilot and you just fly race drones. Like there's not very many there's not very many people that like kind of focus on both. That's what I'm trying to do that on my channel, but I feel like the FPV side is just not picking up like the DJI and the camera stuff is.
Well, let's put this in a little larger picture though. So you're always gonna have two sides to everything, man.
Yeah.
There's not really an in between. I think it's really going to come down to what you want out of it, as opposed to what, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to what other people are looking for. I like best of both worlds. I like FPV and I like GPS platform birds, because there's things I can't do with a race drone that I can do with a GPS platform bird.
Mm-hmm.
So as a hobbyist, as somebody who does this, I want to learn all aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch on everything. I don't want to just give up one thing, because then I'm going to fall behind in what this has, and then I'll only know about this, and that doesn't make me a hobbyist now, because I'm not dabbling in the entire sport. So I when it comes to my channel, I want to remember that I'm varied. I do a little bit of everything. It helps my knowledge base as a pilot as well as a hobbyist. So if I have an idea of all of it, then I can say I'm pretty much a real hobbyist. If I'm just centering myself around one thing, then, that's all I do. I'm just an FPV pilot, Well,
so I found that a lot of people are going towards, the GPS style drones with the expensive camera, the 4K cameras and stuff like that, because there's money that you can make off of that.
Sure.
Where in racing drones, there's not as much. So that's where you get your split, is that people look at where you can make your investment back versus where you're not going to. Now, as a hobbyist, though, you're right about the whole, you got to find that in-between mark to where you're not biased to just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what got me into the racing drones, because I started out with just GPS stuff, and I love GPS quads. I mean, there's nice days where I just like to get out and get a beautiful shot of some, a location, and that's when you want that GPS quad. But when I went to my first drone race, I was just amazed. I just couldn't believe what these quads were doing, and I had to know about it. I had to know, how are they doing this? Why are they doing this? And then once you actually fly, and Dan, Bob, when you put those goggles on and you fly acro for the first time, it's just almost uplifting. It's just a freedom that you don't get with a stabilized GPS quad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like a freedom where you can do whatever you want, and there's no training wheels, there's nothing on it. And you can almost make, I don't want to say cinematic, but you kind of can. You kind of can make, I've seen some FPV video that looks cinematic. The way they fly over buildings and stuff.
Yeah. Look at Snake's videos.
Well,
yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
mean,
The dude fly, he's got the cameras.
Don't get me wrong, Bob. I see where you're going with this. However, you can get some insanely cool footage flying with race drones, okay? But it's never going to be the type of shot you can get from a GPS platform bird. You're going to be in the air much longer. You're going to have more time to figure out your shots.
Yeah,
okay?
It's for the moment shots. It's just random stuff.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Your race quads, it's just random spur of the moment shots. You're not going to build.
You're only in the air for 4 minutes. That's it, tops. If that, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And then
you're not going to do a house video,
right?
You gotta
splice all that footage together. It's cool for cinematography shots, going fast through towns and cities for a couple minutes. You know, but after that, I mean, it's like any other shot. You're not going to take a acro bird out and expect to get the same type of footage you're going to get from a stabilized GPS platform bird shooting in 4K. You know.
No,
So,
they got
like I
some
said-
darn good cameras on them nowadays, though. You know, I mean, you're looking at some real good cameras they're putting on
Sure.
the birds.
Well, most of those
You
people
know.
are running like Session 5s and GoPro Hero 6s now because they can slow things down to like 250 frames per second for like ultra slow-mo crazy shooting. And that's we were talking about Code Red. He does that. He flies with the S6 or the GoPro Hero 6. And his cinematography is amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, that's only one type of filming. You can go just as fast with a GPS platform bird in ADDI mode or whatever else you wanted to. You may not be able to sneak into the crevices. You can still do the best of both worlds with your GPS platform birds. You know what I'm saying?
I fly mine all the time. I love them.
Right.
Yeah, and there's pros and cons to both types.
Mm-hmm.
There really is,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's why I love to get both, because sometimes, let's get honest, you can get bored with one platform.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Well,
I
you
get bored with the race drone, and I just like, you know what? I don't want to fly the race drone. I want to get my app out. I want to get that nice, smooth shot, and I want to get my camera platform out.
Eric,
I get
Trust me. I understand 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I go get
Yeah.
my neat speed fix. You know.
And
I think
I
that's
just
the-
love that there's, you know, like when someone says, hey, man, I'm looking to get a drone, that's such a vague question now. It didn't used to be. When someone said, I want to get a drone, you had 5 of them you could tell them to get.
Yeah.
Now it's, well, what kind of drone do you want? Do you want a camera drone? Do you want a toy drone? Do you want a race drone? Do you want a whoop style drone? What kind of drone you want?
Pocket drone.
I mean, look at where this hobby, where this technology, look at where it has come in such a short period of time. It's amazing. It's simply amazing. I still can't believe where we're at right now with this technology. It's insane.
Now think about where we're going to be at in 5 years.
And this is just consumer. Think about the military. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
You should have seen it last week. What was it? An actual military Predator drone?
Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah, it was on Craigslist.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're talking about the military.
Yeah.
Let's see if that has sold yet.
Yeah, right?
Let me
I'm
see.
sure it has.
Give me one sec here. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you guys who weren't in my show last week, believe it or not, I was searching Craigslist in my area and I came across a U.S. military drone
I couldn't believe the price.
with motor, engine intact, and everything. This guy's trying to sell it on Craigslist for like $1,200.
Hey, Dan, Robin just completely demolished your drone on virtual reality.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
She did like a roll and a tumble on the ground. I just saw it flipping.
She's an acro, man. She's still doing pretty good.
In real life, you probably would have lost all your props, broken arm, flight controllers hanging out.
Yeah, definitely batteries like non-existent. Who knows where that?
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, 2 more hours of work.
Oh my gosh.
So this little feller,
She
I
wants.
run out of breath, but I put
Nice.
the ghost battery in it. This thing will fly
Oh
with
my
the ghost battery.
God.
It drops.
Is
pretty
that a
quick.
5-inch quad?
Okay.
You know, it'll drop with the ghost battery, but it'll fly with it.
Here we go. If you weren't here for this last week, you should be able to see the screen now. Check
Yeah.
this out.
It's still up.
This is still up, man. This is in Riverview, Florida. They want $1,200 for this. This is a legitimate military
Go in and get
drone with engine still intact. Like, this is absolute insanity, man. Look at this.
Yeah.
Property of Army Air Force.
Wow. How are they able to get away with that,
That's
man?
what I said.
That is illegal.
There's no way it's legal to sell this thing. It's just not.
Yeah.
Whoever found this, it must have been handed down to them, or they don't know any better. They're just posting this. Like, this is a legit drone with an engine and everything. Look at the exhaust port on it.
Wow.
It says vintage, and it ain't. That ain't vintage.
Yeah, no. Look at it. See, it's got a cracked head. You see
Oh,
that?
wow.
That's probably why it crashed.
Yeah, but somebody could fix that up. I mean, that's
Sure.
wow. That shouldn't be allowed to happen, man. That's not good.
Yeah.
Now, where do you see vintage here, Bob?
In the title, up top, vintage military drone aircraft with engine.
Oh, yeah, well, I
$1,200.
don't know if it's vintage.
does say
Well,
there.
there's the date sticker on there, but I can't see a date.
All right,
Am I missing?
yeah,
No, pull it back up. Yeah, there's not a date manufacturer on it.
there's no date of
vintage.
manufacturer on it.
Yeah, it says
Yeah,
vintage.
there is no date of manufacturer.
Scraped, it looks like.
It ain't that vintage.
No, and I don't think so either. It doesn't look that vintage. It looks like it's,
They're calling it vintage, but it's not.
Yeah.
fairly 2000s, like pre.
Well, whenever you slap the word vintage on something, the price goes up like 50%.
Yeah.
Well, you got that for $1,200 there. Come on.
I don't know if I'd want to be caught owning it, though.
That's true. But I'm just saying, for $1,200, somebody is a collector, and somebody that knows they can has a license for something like that.
Sure.
We'll jump on it.
No, there's a lot
What
of
happened
military.
to Captain Cook, man? Captain Cook, you still there?
Come here, brother.
Okay, all right. Just want to double check on you, brother.
I'm a face, man.
David Calhoun on the solo group.
I'm eating rotten eggs and shit right now, man.
I got you. Hey,
Talking.
Dan, in the chat, they're wanting to know where's Brian.
That's what I'm waiting on. I'm trying to figure out where Brian is. He's supposed to be doing this build, man. And it's already 9:38, and I still don't have Brian here. He said he was leaving his house over an hour and a half ago now.
You might want to check on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, may have to call him, man. I don't know why he's not here yet.
Yeah, did he move since you last talked to him?
What's that?
I said, what, did he move since you last talked to him? If he left an hour and a half ago, he must have moved.
Maybe he's getting everything set up, because then you say he's doing it on camera, right?
Yeah, well, he's going to do it in my other room here at my mod table. So he's going to bring up his laptop and join the Hangout,
Okay, yep.
And then we were going to present his build to the community, to the group while he talked and did his thing, So I think at that point it was just going to be us getting off the panel, letting Brian just do the build.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe he got stage fright.
No, he does.
Nah, not Brian.
Stuff, and he's been on the panel numerous times. Let me give him a call here. Let's put
Yeah,
him on
he's got his own YouTube channel. He's not camera shy.
Yeah, no, let's put him on this. Let's put
No,
him on.
I know. I was just teasing.
Oh. Let's see what he says.
Captain, you got sunburn?
You even gonna pick up?
Yeah, I hope he's okay, dude.
Me too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I mean, the whole leaving the stream up this long was because he was coming
You
over.
have reached the voicemail.
That's not good.
No.
Dude, I would just either leave him a message or text him and just say, "Hey, man, are you okay?" Because that's not like him to not answer.
I know. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, because something might happen, man. I hope not, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he said heading out in 5 minutes. That was at 8:02. It should only take him 35 minutes to get here. Been an hour and a half now.
oh man, I hope he's all right. He's not still sick, right? He got over that, didn't he?
No, he's fine.
Yeah.
That's why he was coming over.
Mm.
I hope he's all right, man.
Me too. He put out a massive blast on Facebook today about it. All the groups he was getting involved with, and
Right.
yeah, I don't know, man. I hope he comes over. He was excited to do that build for Travis so that he could show Travis what he was going to come up with.
Yeah. I hope he'll at least respond to you to let you know he's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I would just let him know you're worried. You haven't heard from him, and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I knew that was going to come up. RC Funds Diversion said, "Man, he must have got pulled over like E-Drone almost did." Man, that scared the bejesus out of me, man.
Yeah, I was thinking you had to change your undies when you got home that night.
Man, I saw those lights flashing, and I was like, "It's over. I'm getting pulled over right now, live."
I don't know why cops make you so nervous. I mean, I'm totally legal. I got everything. I don't have warrants or nothing, and they still do that to you.
Well, I was nervous because I had my phone, playing video while I was driving.
Yeah, I know, but it's just even if you didn't have that, it's just like they get you freaking nervous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, heck, man, look at how many of these SUVs and stuff come with like TVs all up in the headrests and down on the, you know what I mean? I mean, come on now.
And me, I'm nervous because I'm carrying. My ass could get shot if I'm not doing everything right. You know what I mean? I gotta tell them I got a gun.
Oh, well, see, like, if I get pulled over, I always hand them my driver's license along with my concealed carry permit so they know. Yeah. And then, they'll be like, well, do you have a firearm on you? Yes. And I'll be, I'm always happy to surrender my pistol for them for the safety. It makes everything go smoother, and it usually gets me out of a ticket, considering I was cooperative with them and didn't give them a hassle. And I see all these videos, these people trying to exercise their rights, saying, I'm not giving you and making everything so damn hard. Man, what's the big deal? If you cooperate, chances are you're not going to have no issues.
That's right. That's it. You just show them respect. Yes, sir. No, sir. Hands on the wheel or whatever. They can see your hands.
They're doing their job just like you got to do yours. You want someone hassling you?
I'm a
old droner. Old droner. If you go to, I believe it's either Captain Cook's channel or MD95's channel. It was the very first Drone Network episode. They have it up. That's the episode where I got pulled over. I didn't get pulled over, but I had a cop behind me live, and he pulled somebody else over. But I thought he was pulling me over. If you check out that first episode, it's on there.
Look like
oh wow,
yeah,
yeah. Still no Brian.
Oh no,
man. Yeah, and you checked his Facebook, like he hasn't posted anything in the last hour.
Check it again here.
I hate that, man. I hate when you get that feeling like something bad happened, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't that killer guy from California, because they caught him finally.
Oh wow.
The Golden Gate guy or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just posted 7 hours ago, building a boss. I'll be on the Drone Tales live broadcast tonight, starting at 9:30.
Yeah, that's like 14 minutes past.
Yeah, that was 7 hours ago he posted that. And I talked to him, an hour and a half ago? Hour and 44 minutes ago now. Well, it's not good. He's not picking up.
No, man. I don't know. I don't know if you should continue to keep calling him because something did happen. I don't know.
I'm calling him again here. We're gonna see if we can get him.
Yeah, call him again. I'd be doing the same thing. At this point, it's more like, hey, man, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like,
If you can show up or not, just make sure you're all right.
Right.
The smell.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Oh, man, that sucks.
Dang.
Maybe just text him again. Just say, hey, man, as soon as you get a chance, just text me or call me. Let me know you're okay.
Yeah, even if you just send something, even if it don't say
anything. just let me know you're okay. Like, just say, hey, man, I'm concerned. I'm worried about you, man. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I said, brother, are you good? People are worried about you.
Yeah, man, for real. Hope he's all right, man. Hope he just maybe misplaced his phone or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It could be anything.
Well, I may crush the stream and do a little work to find him, and if we find him, I'll just start up another stream for the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's agreed, man. Do me a favor, Dan. I'm gonna hop off of here, but when you hear from him, can you just send me a text? Let me know he's okay.
Yeah.
If not, man. If not, I know I don't live near him or anything, but I'm the type of person I'm gonna worry about it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Old Droner, his channel is Drone On.
Yeah, Drone On.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just let me know he's okay once you find out, because that'll make me feel better.
Yeah, will do. Hey guys, if you haven't smashed the like button, please make sure you do that. We're gonna probably call this show right now so I can find out what happened to our friend that's supposed to be here to do the build. And if he does end up coming through, we'll go ahead and start another live stream. And he can sit here at this computer and build it in front of you guys on the HD camera with a decent microphone. So
Yeah.
that's what we'll do, I think. So if any of you guys want to give yourself a shout out before we close this out, man, feel free.
Y'all definitely check out Extreme Visions. I do reviews. Y'all hit me up.
Yeah, I want to say thanks for everybody for stopping in. I'm sorry I don't have chat up. I'm only on Hangout, so.
Yeah.
And
check out my channel, guys. It's eDrone on YouTube. Just type in eDrone. And thank you guys so much for coming in and showing your support. It means a lot. And just everybody keep Brian in your prayers. Hope everything's all right with him. And hopefully he gets to Dan's house or somewhere safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep at this. I'm gonna keep trying to get a hold of him. It's not like Brian to not call me, or if he's running late, he normally goes, "Hey, bro, I'm still stuck on the road." You know, for him to totally just dismiss me altogether is not a good sign.
Yeah.
DW, you need to lube me. Okay, I'll do that right now. Go to channel.
Lube him up.
Subscribe. Done. How
Lube
about
up.
that, MD?
Slather
Mr. Mad 24.
Slather some KY all over them.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Thanks for stopping in. I'm sorry that we didn't get to the build. I know Brian was very excited earlier to do that. So
Captain Cook didn't do his shout out.
Oh yeah, Captain.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thanks for not forgetting me. Yeah, it's Captain Cook, all in CAPTCOOK on YouTube. The Drone Network every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for having me, Dan. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, brother.
All right, Eric, Bob. I appreciate seeing y'all again.
Yeah.
Ryan, appreciate you being here, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Had a good time.
Yes, sir. Always.
Yeah, nice talking with you, Ryan, and Bob. As always, man, it's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Dan, thanks for having me on, brother. Anytime I can, man. You know I will.
All good. You know, I like to try to give you guys a shout out ahead of time, see if you want to be on the panel.
That's it.
So now we've lost Steven and Brian. Both of them just disappeared without a word. So now we got to figure out what's going on.
They're together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're hanging out like, you think they know, huh? You think they know?
They're probably hanging out together. You're right.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys.
guys.
It's been fun. Catch you later, man. Toodaloo. Thanks for stopping.
Later.
Later, guys. Night.
Yeah.
Eat